Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about some different educations that you may see within your trainers and instructors at your gym. I am able to have a unique perspective on it because I kind of went backwards in the certification process. I got my bachelor's degree at Grandview University here in Des Moines. Then, about a month before I graduated, I got my online personal training certification to be a certified fitness trainer. Then about a year after that, I got a group fitness certification. Usually it's in the reverse order. The low level is a free fitness class group instructor. Then it's an online certified fitness trainer or personal trainer. Then the higher level up would be like someone with their bachelor's degree or a CSCS, something that's a little bit more credible and nationally known. So a lot of confusion on which one is which and who is the most educated and knowledgeable. So this video is going to address that. First thing I want to say is just because someone has a bachelor's degree doesn't mean they know what they need to know. And just because someone may be a group fitness instructor, a certified instructor, it doesn't mean they're garbage. I have definitely seen both ends of the spectrum. A lot of the people I graduated with, I wouldn't tell any of my friends or family to go to them. And there are some fitness instructors I've worked with or seen, and they're just the shit. They're very good at what they do. They are just passionate about it, and they take the time to learn. My journey through it, I got my bachelor's degree. Strength and conditioning is my emphasis. A lot of my education was in corporate wellness, risk assessments, health risk appraisals. The fitness aspect of it, I had injury care and prevention, kinesiology, physics, anatomy and physiology, kines, advanced human performance, a lot of that stuff. Those were hands-on classes taught by chiropractors, physical therapists, athletic trainers, personal trainers, so it was very neat. I got a hands-on interactive approach with my professors. It was a small school, so it was very detailed. The strength and conditioning that I went through, we had 15 athletic teams. Sometimes it was 10 people, sometimes it was 50. I was in charge of instructing and coaching these people who were there on scholarships. That's where the bulk of my hands-on education came from. I would say 80% of what I know came from the hands-on athletic strength and conditioning coaching. So I got my 4-year degree, my bachelor's degree. About 6 months before I graduated, I started to learn that people could get a $400 online certification and be held to the same standard as I was. Here I just shelled out $80,000 in 4 years to learn all this stuff, and then some bro next to me spent $400, and here we are standing next to each other in the gym. My plaque says Bachelor's in Health Promotion Fitness Management, and his says ISSA certified, and nobody knows the difference. And it was hard for me to even get a job in a gym. They'd say, "What's your certification?" I'm like, "Well, I have a bachelor's degree in Health Promotion Fitness Management." They're like, "So what's your certification?" I'm like, "Okay." So I spent the $400, got this book online through ISSA. It was like a 700-page book, and it was all of my college courses condensed into one book. So my 400-page kinesiology book that I spent 3 months going through at school, that was like a 30-page chapter. All this important information was condensed down. When I got my packet in the mail for ISSA, I had study material. I could test out whenever I wanted. My final test, I took it like a few weeks later. It was online, non-timed, open book. I could pause my test and come back at a later day if I wanted to. Very relaxed testing system. They gave you like a couple different scenarios. What would you do for this person if they came to you? So sadly enough, after going through that, I'm like, so this is what all those people at the gym who have a fitness certification or a personal training certification, this is all they had to go through. I mean, it was decent, but no hands-on. No one to say, wrong. No professionals in the field. So I got my bachelor's degree, got my personal training certification. Finally, about 6 months ago, I got a group fitness certification, which is the most basic thing you could have at a gym. And it's in kettlebells. It's a NITA kettlebell specialty certification. So I'm like, all right, man, kettlebell, I'm finally gonna be certified for some kettlebell stuff. I go in there. I instructed the last 30 minutes of class. I had to teach the class how to do a kettlebell snatch. Their instructor, she was knowledgeable, she was in shape, and she was fit and knew her stuff, but she would even tell the class, she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this one right, okay? I'm gonna do this one right. I was in a room with 20 other people, and they were all new to kettlebells. Some of these people had never even worked with them. So there was one lady who had an 8-pound kettlebell for her lower body, and she had to rest, and she wanted to teach people how to use kettlebells. In my classes, we don't have anything less than a 15, and lower body is a 25-pound kettlebell if you're going by pounds. So right then and there, I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I'm going through my group fitness certification through NITA, and there's all these people that are like, oh yeah, I can do kettlebells now. When you go to a gym, ask your trainer or instructor, ask them what their credentials are, what's their qualification. If they just have a NITA or a group fitness thing, ask them, what's your background? You know, what's your education in? And you may be surprised to learn that some of them have a career that is not related to fitness at all, and they just need some cash on the side. Horrible instances and scenarios I have seen with group fitness training. They're not planned out right. The fitness instructors come into their class, no game plan at all. They try to do it on the fly. They're like, well, I go to the gym by myself. I make up my own workout. I can do it with these 15 people. That's very unsafe. Another thing I see, they can't think quick. They can't adjust if equipment isn't there that they need, or if there's another group of people in their area. They can't manipulate their workout quick, and they're like, oh, hold on, wait, oh my goodness, what am I going to do now? Hold on, guys. Another thing I see that is just the most ridiculous ever, group fitness instructors who think that it's their time to work out when they're instructing people. You know, you have people who aren't doing these exercises right. They're looking around. Where's Greg? Hey, fitness instructor, am I doing this right? Hold on, I'm almost done with my push-ups. Hold on. In my opinion, if you're teaching other people, if you're getting paid, and if you are the expert and you're in charge of instructing people, it's not your time to work out, okay? Get over yourself. There's a difference between being in a body pump class or a body flow and going through the stuff and people are watching you and watching themselves in a mirror. But when you have people running around a gym and doing exercises and they can't even find you because you're lost in the shuffle of them and you're working out as well, get out of there. Another thing that I see in large group fitness trainers is that they don't have the knowledge for what they're trying to instruct. They don't know the safety cues. They don't know that rolling onto the balls of your feet on a squat can potentially injure your knees and create tight hamstrings. Or that when you do a leg raise for abs, that if you arch your back, you can hurt your back and you're not effectively using the core. They don't know how to adjust for injuries. If someone has a torn rotator cuff, don't have them doing presses and swings and raises. If someone has bad hip flexors, don't have them doing high knee runs, leg raises. You have to be able to trust your trainer, instructor. The same thing with the second level of online certification. A lot of those people still don't know what the heck they're doing. It could be a 20-year-old guy who loves lifting weights, and a lot of his buddies in the gym are like, hey man, what should I do for my arms? Get them big. He's like, well, I'm going to go online, get my certification, get paid to do this. And the only thing he knows how to do is what he's done. He doesn't know how to train someone to lose weight. He doesn't know how to train someone to rehabilitate a torn ACL. He doesn't know if someone has poor posture, how to work the scapulas to pull the shoulders back and relieve stress in the chest. All he knows how to do is tricep extensions, okay, push downs, ooh, close grip pull down for my biceps and back. They can't tailor a workout for someone else's needs. They just know what they know for them. And finally, there's some people with a bachelor's degree who coasted through school. They did the homework, but they had no hands-on involvement outside of the classroom. And there are a lot of people that I graduated with who were like that. And then they came out into the world and they were nervous talking to people, poor people skills. They didn't know how to write a workout up or didn't know how to pinch skin on a skin fold. So what I'm trying to get at with this video is there are so many people in the industry who either have the credentials but don't have the abilities, or they don't match what the paper says, or there are a lot of people who may be at a low level of a certification but are very knowledgeable. And when you go in, you need to know what to expect. If you go into a free fitness class and you're not paying to be in that class, chances are there's a higher risk for injury. You're not going to get the attention from the instructor. Not always, but be prepared for that. My large group personal training classes, I do not work out with you. I instruct you. I walk around and watch your form. I listen for your breathing. If you're not doing something right, I'm going to stop you and tell you. And there's a big difference between the 3 levels of certifications or educations. So wherever your gym is, if you're kind of questioning, if you're not happy with your instructor, talk to a trainer. A lot of the people that I train, they don't have big, deep pockets and they don't have a lot of money, but they have been in a free fitness class or a large group setting. They've been at a gym that is one of those 5-day-a-week cross training, kettlebell, boxing, plyo, core. And the people walking around instructing them were people who were taking the class a month ago and they just finished the class. So hey, you got a six-pack, you want to train some people? Know your instructors. Know the people teaching you this stuff. Question them. If someone asks me a question, I don't get offended. I say, thank you for actually asking me, and yes, I do know the answer. Or if I don't, this is why, and I will find the answer for you. Do not put your physical well-being and your body in the hands of someone who is just doing this as a side job, who just needs some extra cash. Get somebody who's going to be credible. If you have to save up a little bit of money, hire a trainer for an 8-session package and learn the stuff right, do it. You'll spend tenfold on doctor bills for tearing ligaments and muscles being instructed by a non-credible person. So that's the end of my rant. Please, please, please email me, ask questions if there's anything you're unsure of, and have a fantastic day, and most of all, stay safe in your workouts.